You know what this is about. A whole new year means a whole new battleground for these bitter rivals. These two are now determined more than ever to absolutely dominate the other. PlayStation versus Xbox, the battle of exclusives in 2023. Who is going to be the winner? The rule is simple. There can only be one. In 2022, the battle was already over before it even started. Xbox waved the white flag, conceding the year to PlayStation, which enjoyed critical success with a diverse set of exclusives, one of which was Game of the Year contender God of War. But this year looks very different to the last one. Microsoft is under a lot of pressure to deliver, and PlayStation will want to keep its momentum. But will it have to bend the knee to Xbox? It's very difficult to say with absolute certainty how this year will pan out. PlayStation gets the benefit of the doubt because in uncharacteristic fashion it has led with great exclusives right out of the gate. 2022 was a very early highlight for the platform, but 2023 may present some challenges. The biggest one is perhaps the lack of AAA first-party exclusives appearing on the PlayStation 5. This year, it's seeking to rely heavily on its third-party timed exclusive deals to bolster its library, as well as DLC and VR content. The only AAA first-party exclusive is undoubtedly a big one, Spider-Man 2. Insomniac Games have a surefire hit with this one. Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales are big hits, and Spider-Man is a huge household name. Spider-Man 2 will be a current-gen only game appearing on the PlayStation 5, and you can imagine that this one is going to be a looker. Other than impressive visuals, it remains to be seen what Insomniac will do in the gameplay department. But all in all, this one is a safe bet for PlayStation and perhaps its biggest title of 2023. PlayStation hasn't started the year off strongly though. Sony bought timed exclusive rights for Forspoken for 2 years, but the game is now out and has not been met well critically at all. Visually, it's not really a looker and suffers from a very significant visual downgrade from its first reveal. I think it's safe to say that Forspoken has failed to do what Sony expected it to. The next timed exclusive from Square Enix, however, should yield much better results. Final Fantasy XVI is slated for release on the 22nd of June, and whilst the initial trailers seem to raise some concerns for fans, the most recent trailers make the game look much more impressive and in line with the quality we come to expect from the legendary Final Fantasy series. And the next game will make many Xbox players feel the FOMO with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second installment of the Final Fantasy VII remake, still being slated for a winter 2023 release. If that wasn't enough for JRPG fans, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is also stated for release this year. The lack of Japanese RPGs on Xbox, for whatever reason, is a big strength in favor of PlayStation, particularly in regions like Asia. Then there's Stellar Blade, previously dubbed Project Eve. This was supposed to appear on Xbox until Sony quite cleverly snatched it away from it, and it's easy to see why. This one could actually give Bayonetta a run for its money. It's visually astounding, sporting some incredible enemy and character designs, and the combat looks like it may have quite a bit of depth to it. The game is being developed by a South Korean outfit called Shift Up, and I'm really intrigued to see the storytelling in this one. Horror games seem to be high in demand, and the remakes of them are even more highly sought after. You can see that from the success of the excellent Dead Space remake, so it's quite a big deal that Konami finally appeared to be taking gaming a little bit more seriously with the Silent Hill remake, which is another timed exclusive on PlayStation. This one has been long requested, and early glimpses of it show off very impressively. Konami has yet to announce a solid release date for the game, but watch this space. Horizon Forbidden West gets its first DLC treatment on 19th of April with Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores. Guerrilla Games are clearly intent on expanding the Horizon universe, with rumors of a remake of Horizon Zero Dawn in the works. Multiplayer footage also leaked online recently, so if you're a Horizon fan, you have a lot to look forward to, including the VR game Horizon Call of the Mountain. With the launch of the PSVR 2 in April, Sony's going to be placing a lot of focus on it. The device has an impressive launch library of games, and hopefully Firewall Ultra is one of them. VR will have a much more niche following, especially at the price point, which costs more than the PlayStation 5 console itself. There are a fair few impressive looking indie titles that PlayStation have to look forward to, including Cheer, which looks especially promising. Yes, at first glance it seems like it's borrowed heavily from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but the gameplay trailer still shows off impressively with its character and mechanics shining through. Little Devil Inside also looks visually fantastic, telling a tale of an epic journey with an excellent art style. Pacific Drive also looks interesting, where your only companion is your car. A first-person driving survival game, this one could be quite special for those who want something a little bit different. There are some who believe that The Last of Us Factions multiplayer mode will drop this year. If Naughty Dog could deliver this title this year, that would be a big deal, especially if it delivers the kind of high-quality experience we know the studio for. So far, we've only seen concept art, but a multiplayer component like this could actually be suited for a shadow drop, despite the respect the IP commands. Multiplayer experiences are all about building hype through gameplay, and if you look at the likes of Apex Legends that also got a shadow drop, you can see how this could be potentially a big deal. Overall though, PlayStation is relying heavily on padding out this year with multiplats and timed exclusives. Its first-party performance is not going to be anywhere near as strong as its 2022 one. However, if the third-party timed exclusives hit a high-quality mark, that will go a long way in helping PlayStation conceal that deficit in first-party greatness. The strategy, however, relies on its competition falling short, and that's where things get a little bit tricky for PlayStation. The Xbox has a lot to prove this year. After a very lackluster 2022, even the most hardcore fans are now demanding nothing short of greatness, and this year, Xbox could meet those demands. It has definitely started off on the right foot with a shadow drop of Hi-Fi Rush, delivered by its first-party studio Tango Gameworks. This rhythm-based action game has surprised many with its gorgeous cel-shaded art style, high-level polish, and intuitive gameplay design. Rhythm-based games may be an acquired taste, but the execution of Hi-Fi Rush is brilliant, opening up the possibilities of a sequel. Ark and Austin are flexing their muscles and deciding to try something a little different from their usual foray in the first-person shooter space. A single-player or four-player co-op experience in an open-world game filled with vampires. Now, if you think this is just a Back 4 Blood clone, you need to think again, and you will find a video on this channel explaining why. The success of Redfall, however, will depend on how much fun there is to be had in its gunplay, enemy and open-world design, the depth and execution of the various leveling up elements, and more. Redfall looks set to be an all-round solid shooter, but what will its long-term prospect be? I guess we find out on the 2nd of May. In the gaming space, racers command a lot of respect. Gran Turismo 7 had its chance last year for PlayStation, and it looks like Xbox is about to overtake it with Forza Motorsport. A next-gen only showcase for the power of the Xbox that many fans have been waiting on for ages, Fan 10 are leaving no stone unturned with what they claim is the most advanced racer to date. And this isn't hyperbole either. Check it out. Forza is set to have 500 cars, advanced physics models, fully dynamic time of day and weather, real-time ray tracing on track, and much, much more. Surely this is going to be one of the best races ever made. I guess we'll find out this year. The biggest exclusive for Xbox is by far, no doubt, Starfield. This represents Microsoft's best chance to deliver something very special that few others can. In fact, this exclusive is more important than almost any other Xbox exclusive that has come out or will come out in a few years. The stakes are very high with this one. The Xbox's image relies on it because this will show that the assimilation of ZeniMax is complete and successful right out of the gate. A title that PlayStation potentially cannot match. Xbox needs Starfield to be very exceptional, and it might just deliver. A project 20 years in the making. Todd Howard and company have dreamt about making this RPG for years and are finally getting to realize their vision. A futuristic space RPG with more depth, polish, and freedom than in any of Bethesda's RPGs that have come before. And that's why this is so exciting. If Redfall didn't scratch your first person itch, then this one might. Stalker 2 looks like an incredible visual treat and properly next gen, or current gen, whatever. For it to come out on Xbox Game Pass seems akin to daylight robbery, but this timed exclusive could create waves. The Minecraft name is a big deal, and Minecraft Legends should not be underestimated. The gameplay style or presentation may not be to everyone's taste, but this could be a game with some real depth underneath the hood. Xbox's indie slate looks very impressive this year. Replaced looks exceptional. This sci-fi retro-futuristic action platformer is oozing style and personally is one of my most anticipated games of the year. And just take a look at how good the rest of these indies look. Planet of Lana is a hand-painted adventure that looks like moving art. The Last Case of Benedict Fox is looking stylistically exceptional, and if the gameplay can match the spectacle, then this could be a real gem. Other titles like Ravenlock and Ereban Shadow Legacy also show a lot of promise, and there's so many incredible indie titles this year that fitting them in this video would not be possible, and that also goes for PlayStation 2. So, who is looking to have the stronger year in 2023? To me, on paper, it seems very one-sided this year in favor of Xbox. Spider-Man 2 is the only real big AAA first-party exclusive leading the charge for PlayStation. Xbox have a potentially incredible year lined up for them, with AAA titles in various genres that's not even considering the surprises we might get from Microsoft this year. Sony may have its own fair share of surprises too. So, how do you think this year's exclusive battle between the two will pan out? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoy the video, please like and share for more. Thank you.